don't know if you've heard, but 2026 has been deemed the year of whimsy, and I don't think people realize how similar whimsy and vintage are. Part of being whimsy is not doom scrolling and doing more analog things, and that is where vintage ties in. I've compiled a list of 25 analog, vintage, whimsy things that you can do in 2026 to break your doom scrolling habit. First, we have rubber stamp carving. I cannot be the only one that has hoarded their elementary, middle, and high school supplies. I know you have tons of erasers everywhere. It's the perfect way to customize your stationery or even make fabric prints. Speaking of hoarding, I cannot be the only one who has an absurd amount of embroidery floss from my friendship bracelet phase. Use that embroidery floss to cross-stitch a little phrase or name onto your clothing or some fabric. I know we've all seen those super cute vintage clothing items that have their names embroidered on. Number 3, press some fresh flowers inside a book, and bonus if you forget them for several months. 4, you can weave potholders on a loom or a cardboard frame. You guys remember during lockdown when soap carving videos were everywhere? Try carving a bar of soap. You will find that it is shockingly meditative. If you want to take it up a notch, you can try whittling some wood with a pocket knife. But be careful. Because we also need to be as sustainable as possible in 2026, make sure to mend your clothes and also darn your socks like a wartime grandma. I think visible mending and patches are just so lovely when it comes to mending clothes. It just adds so much character. You can also make your own zine. If you don't know what a zine is, it's basically a small DIY magazine that you hand make, and there's only a limited amount of copies. All you need: paper, scissors, glue, and zero concern for perfection. Mail them out to your friends and make your own little magazine line. If knitting or crocheting isn't your thing, try macrame. You can make belts or even plant holders. Speaking of physical art, try a junk journal. So just collect things throughout your week, throughout your month. The messier the better. And it's basically like a little time capsule. Number 11, write a letter to someone who isn't expecting it. There's something so special about physical mail. It makes you feel like a kid again. In the same vein of writing a letter, find a pen pal. I remember having a pen pal in elementary school, and it was just so magical. I think part of being whimsy is literally just taking things from your childhood and doing them now. And while you have a pen in your hand, channel your high school literature teacher and copy a poem by hand. I think you'll find poetry is so much more beautiful when you're not being forced to read and analyze it. You can also do a newspaper crossword. If you don't have newspapers, you can look for vintage ones at the thrift store or at a scrap shop, or you can even make your own crosswords and give them to a friend. Number 16, grab a notebook and a pencil and sketch something that you already have. This is the perfect excuse to get your sibling or your parent or your partner to just sit still in the middle of the room and just sketch them. And you can have a little bit of peace and quiet, and you can practice your art skills. Number 17, practice calligraphy. I think I got my calligraphy set for like $5, so you can definitely find very cheap, affordable calligraphy sets. Number 18, listen to a full album, front and back, no skips. I can't be the only one that loves unhinged vintage recipes, so find a vintage cookbook and then bring one of those recipes to life. Rebind or repair an old book, build a simple kite, and actually go outside and fly it, because vitamin D is important and you need to get in the sun. I'm apologizing to all roommates in advance, but get a harmonica and practice it, and you can play along to like Bob Dylan songs. I'm sorry to those to those that are affected by this recommendation. Select your favorite photos on your phone, run to CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, and print those off and organize those photos into a physical album. These honestly make the best gift. Number 24, read a short story out loud to yourself. Yes, to yourself. And when all else fails, you can sit by a window and people watch. I hope this video gave you some ideas of how you can spend your time off of technology and reconnecting with your inner child and with your artistic side and all those beautiful things. Let me know if you want to see a part 2, and I will see you in the next one.